So here's a question for you. What is the largest organ in the human body? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's actually not inside your body, it's on the outside. Well, what could it be, Coach Lopez? Well, I'll tell you, it's your skin. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Coach Lopez, and Coach Lopez got married, FYI. But let's talk about the lesson today, which is about our skin and how important the skin is. So, some important jobs that our skin has is the first one, it protects our bodies on the inside. So, all our organs and heart, our stomach, everything that you can think of on the inside that is important, our skin is kind of like a coat of armor. So, if you ever seen like a knight that has a bunch of armor, think of our skin as the armor that protects everything on the inside from things on the outside, like for instance germs, or maybe from injuries, things like that. Now our skin is very important, and it's also important for our sense of touch. So if you don't know what that means, boys and girls, that just means that if you touch something, or maybe you feel like a surface, or feel any type of item, or something touches you, you feel it, and you either know what that is, what it feels like, what the surface feels like that you're touching. Maybe you maybe touch a can, or maybe you pet your dog, like my dog Bella that's behind me, and you know what that feels like. That's having a sense of touch. Our skin is very important for all these kinds of things. Now, if you didn't know, there's actually different layers to our skin. Yeah, layers, kind of like a cake. There's like the soft part in the middle, then it kind of gets to the frosting and all the cool stuff on the outside, right? So think of it that way. So the first layer, which is the very top layer that you see, right? So it could on your face, on your hands, your arms, and that's called the epidermis, right? So the epidermis is the top layer, and that's the part of the skin that you see, right? That you see, and it makes new skin cells and something called melanin, right? Now the dermis, right? The dermis is the second layer. Okay, so think of the epidermis like the frosting, and then the next layer down, or I'm talking about a cake because Coach Lopez is getting hungry. So the dermis is the next layer down and of the skin, and it's much thicker. Okay, so it contains something called nerve endings, right? That's kind of helps you with your sense of touch, and then also blood vessels and oil glands and your sweat glands. That's that layer. So whenever you go outside, so for instance on my students watching, when you go outside for PE, you start sweating, that is coming from the dermis layer of your skin. So fun fact, right? Now the last layer of your skin is called the subcutaneous fat. I know, super long, crazy word, but that is just a simply way of saying that it's the bottom layer, and that is where your hair follicles have its roots. So all the hairs on your arms, even on your head, okay, that is where your hair follicles start. So the subcutaneous fat layer. So some more interesting facts about our skin is that if you ever look really closely, it could be at your hand, your arms, or wherever you have skin, or you look in the mirror, you can see tiny little holes in your skin, and those are called pores. Okay, pores are very important for our skin, mainly because they allow sweat to escape. Okay, so it's important that our bodies keep a good temperature, just like when you get your temperature check before you maybe go into school. That's kind of a normal thing now. Or when you go somewhere else, your body has to keep a very normal temperature, or else, if it goes too high, you get a fever. Too low is not very good either. So if you are outside and you're running around and it's hot and you're sweating, but you're having fun, right, and you get tired, well, if your body can't sweat, then it kind of goes and gets into some problems. So sweating is actually good for your body. It helps your body cool itself down. Kind of like if a car overheated. If your car doesn't have enough water in it from running and helping you get to school, or helping your parents go to work, it'll overheat. It has to have something to cool down. That's how our bodies work, right? Now, our skins also have a natural oil called sebum, okay? Natural oil that it produces from the sebaceous glands from that layer of skin. But also you got to remember that it is our skins also contain acne. So if you ever heard of that word, acne, now if you're watching this and you're in middle school, you might know what this is because Coach Lopez used to have acne too. You know, back in the day, I think everybody pretty much goes through it. That's where you get pimples. It's just a fancy word for pimples, acne, okay? And that could just be meaning you're getting older, you got hormones, or also you just have, maybe you got some dirt and your pores, you know, that word we talked about earlier, you know, your pores are clogged with dirt. And that's why it's important to make sure you keep those pores, especially on your face, clean, okay, constantly every day. Now, lastly, and in my opinion, the most important, you need to keep your skin healthy. Just like you, for instance, aren't supposed to eat candy every day. You know, eating, you know, healthy foods, making sure you're drinking lots of water, and those are things that keep your body healthy in general. But remember, you also have to take care of your skin. Okay, your skin is the largest organ in your body, meaning you have to take care of it. So, for instance, what's one way we can keep our skin healthy? And I'll tell you, it's by putting sunscreen on. So sunscreen, especially if you're outside all day or most of the day, like Coach Lopez says, you need to make sure you put sunscreen on, especially during the hotter times of the year, like summer, maybe kind of towards spring as well, and even fall. If you're in the sun, it's important to make sure that your skin has sunscreen, but also making sure that you wash your skin. So taking baths or taking showers on a regular basis and with soap and water, making sure your skin is clean, getting all that dirt off from the day. And also, if you get cuts, scrapes, maybe you fall down, you need to make sure you cover those cuts, whether it be super small or, you know, big. Hopefully not too bad. We don't want to get hurt too much, but it does happen, and we need to make sure that no dirt gets inside those cuts, because remember, our skin is like a layer of armor, and if something cuts it or breaks that layer of armor, we need to make sure nothing else gets inside. So making sure you cover them with band-aids, put some medicine on it, and of course try not to pop pimples. Okay, popping pimples hurts your skin. I know it doesn't look very attractive or very good, but try and always remember to take care of your skin. Okay, very important. And please don't forget, your skin is one of the most important parts of your body. So your question of the day before we leave for this video, thank you for stopping by once again, is, here's the question from last week. Hopefully you got it. Let's see. What game do tornadoes like to play? And the answer was Twister. You ever played Twister? Get it? Twister, tornadoes? Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay, hopefully that was funny. I liked it. But, you know, Coach Lopez has a funny sense of humor, so maybe you didn't like it. All right, but hopefully you did. And the next question of the day, here it is. See if you get it for next week. How do you stop an astronaut's baby from crying? Here it is again. Listen carefully. How do you stop an astronaut's baby from crying? What do you do? I don't know. Well, give me your best answers in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, like it, and please come back next week. And don't forget, check out all the other videos on Coach Lopez's YouTube page. But other than that, I am so glad you came by. And don't forget, have a good day, have a great week, stay safe. Bye everybody, have a good one.